Alright, so gathered friends, listen again to our legend of the Snoot. In the time before time, there was the cube. We know not where the cube came from, only that the cube has led to us having the Snoot game. Oh, fuck. I wanted to start off with the fucking bionicle introduction, but instantly forgot it. I listen to it every fucking day, and I forget it. Fuck Christ. I'm going to write that shit down. At this point in time, I still have not fully edited my solo flawless Fire the Watcher Dungeon video, but I'm having the intro be gathered friends. Listen again to our legend of the Bible. In the time before time. I remember. I'm gonna do that. So compared with that. It was 3 months later. 8 months since I first joined Volcano High. And just like that, boys. You remember one of the first recording sessions I had for this? I had chips. I'm finishing the rest of those chips. Fuck you. They're my chips. Eight months since I first joined Volcano High, and it felt just like yesterday. The sun bears down on us in an atmosphere that's more water than air. Somehow I feel like I'm the only one feeling the heat right now. But the jacket stays on. Naser finally took a day off from his part-time job working at Grub Club. So the three of us went through the park or something. For something perfect. I will not make the delivery dance. And stop asking me to do it. At least tell me how often customers ransom me tips for it. Too often. Stop asking. She tosses a forkful of the chili cheese fries on Naser's shirt. He jumps immediately to his napkin to wipe it off. Shit, no. Relaxing. Relax. We're in another anyway. Here and why not? Here and why, I still don't know. It's for conditioning. Can't stop my training routine, even in the off season. Naomi isn't even here leering over you like always. I'm dying here in just one jacket. How are you even alive? They pick, like, they share one brain cell. Wait. Dino Nuggies. You didn't expect the Dino Nuggies, did you? Oh, it's her. more daunting when you come. You just gotta let go of your expectations and see where life takes you. Lucy makes it sound worse than it is. We've only been out of school for like 3 months. Only 3 months? God. Could have sworn a lot more time has passed since then. Now that's something I can wholly agree with. These 3 months have felt like years to me. Both in good and bad ways. So you two have any plans out here both yourselves? The vendor's words without realizing it strike a very specific and very sore chord with Lucy. She suddenly wraps her arm around herself and shuts her eyes. Before I could move to reassure Lucy, the street vendor notices the error of her words. "What's wrong, sug?" was something I said. "No, it's nothing." Now, is that supposed to be sugar? Now, sug. I can tell when someone's upset, and you, right now, are upset. So I can do a check, please. So let's knock you down all of a sudden. Lucy hesitates on hearing the words. It takes a second to seemingly think about what she'll say next before letting out a sigh. It's just, things are changing so quickly, and it feels like I'm losing everything that I've come to love recently. Lucy shoots me a loving gaze before returning her attention to the street vendor. There's also the fact that I'll be so alone. You? Alone? What about that hunk of a boyfriend standing next to you right now? I do my best to hide the blush. Oh. Boys. It's blush ghost time. I do my best to try and hide the blush that's no doubt forming on my cheeks. Alright, hold up. Now we'll go back to normal. Lucy lets out another sigh, this one more on the frustrated side. I'm actually leaving tomorrow. Oh my bad. I didn't mean to join the military. I hadn't wanted to bring this up here on the last day Lucy and I could have had. Yeah, you'll be gone, and I've contacted some people. So you fell out with your old friends? Lucy gives the street vendor a sad nod. I don't really have any plans for the future. They always seem to change, and I can never decide. The street vendor gives my girlfriend a soft, understanding look as she places down her tongs and walks around her food cart, so that she's standing side by side with Lucy. I lost contact with my old high school friends as well, so don't go thinking anything's your fault. From what I see here, you still have what's most important. She gestures to me, then to Naser, who looks up from the remains of my leftover, like a deer caught in the headlights. What? You got those from Betra, right? You know she put sawdust in the fryer to save money. Anyway, don't fret about friends or people you've lost along the way. Road's got you being shit. I know it can be hard. That's not the end of the world. You still have your health, you still have your youth, and you still have your family. The street vendor turns and gazes back to me and gives me a smile. We You haven't managed to scare me off all these years. Why do I stop now? Oh, look at me getting sentimental, like I'm my grandma. I shouldn't be gushing about this. The situation is pretty much more complex than I think. No, that helps. Why did naser fuck off? You're right. I still have lots of people here for me. The street vendor seems satisfied with the answer. Don't get distracted by the what ifs, the should haves, and the if onlys. Only things that you choose for yourself are the truth of your world. The street vendor gives Lucy a pat on the shoulder before returning to the helm of her food cart, which she wheels around with surprising dexterity. If you ever feel alone and need to shoot someone's ear off with your woes, me and my delicious hot dogs are always available. Without another word, the street vendor walks away in search of other customers to cater to, leaving me and Lucy to absorb her sage tea advice. Before either of us can truly process what just happened, Naser walks up to us, all the while wiping his hands and mouth with a napkin. So you guys ready to go? I gave Lucy a glance. She returns it somewhat somber. Yes. Naser drives us back to my place in relative silence. He stops in front of my block and unlocks the door. See you tomorrow, man. Yeah. Well, enjoy our last night together. Lucy and I step out of the car. He speeds away like normal. Dot, dot, dot. I've already shipped everything important back home and donated books. Even the TV's gone. All that remains is the basic amenities the place came. Both Lucy here doesn't feel nearly as depressing as I thought it. She must have heard this, and she pressed closer to me, her head resting on my shoulder. I can rent a movie on my phone for tonight. Sound like a plan? Actually, I want to look back for the pictures we took together. I'm not gonna respond. Nail. We curled together on my bed, staring at Lucy's phone after we were up. The summer was well spent. Lucy and I got to go all over the town. A well-documented series of escapades from local farmers markets to a guided tour for the docked warship. Lucy and I share frequent clips and anecdotes about our experiences. Eventually, timeline goes back far enough for some familiar faces to start showing up. Unwelcome familiar faces that quickly get swiped past. As we keep swiping past folder and folder photos, I can see something in Lucy's eyes. I find it hard to describe, a mix of sorrow and longing. It's something I can't put my finger on. Lucy? My interjection snaps her at her mood, and she sets her phone down gently on the empty computer desk. eyes linger on the cellular device. I have at least 2 other phones with pictures in them. I don't think I'll ever look through those now. Maybe I'll do it when I really feel like letting go. I feel like letting go was the best decision. Lucy casts her gaze around the barren room. It's not really fair to delete them, though. I can't just forget about them. I'm good at forgetting things on demand. I take her hand and give it a reassuring squeeze. Lucy sighs and her exhaled breath seems to expel her mood. I look at the clock and nearly jump. We've been looking at all those pictures for a long time. Long enough that hunger once again finds us. I move to the kitchen and look through my mini fridge. There ain't much left, just some green onions, a few pieces of beef, and 5 eggs. Meanwhile, Lucy looks through my pantry and cupboards. Oh, I fucking read them. Wow. For anything else to cook. After a minute, she comes across 2 cups of Peachy Man ramen, just a week shy of their expiration dates. I've discovered a new recipe. Meal prep doesn't take too long for 2 adults. It isn't the most filling dinner, but it would hold us over quite nicely until morning. With our feast finished, and with nothing else to do, now that all my stuff is packed and shipped off to rock bottom, Lucy and I just return to my bed. I close my eyes for a bit, trying to get lost in my girlfriend's warm embrace. Suddenly, I feel a jab on my ribs. I look down at Lucy, who's poking at my chest. Bug, we're calling this flustered ghost now. Lucy, what are you doing? Oh, just making sure of what? You know, that you're all healed up. It's been 5.5 months since the accident. I'm pretty sure I'm healed by this point. You're gonna stop poking me. If anything, she increases the ferocity of her pokes. Going not just for my chest, but also for my stomach and my armpits. Lucy, cut it up. I try to be stoic, but I can't help but giggle as Lucy turns into a literal tickle monster. I decided to return the favor by also poking at her, starting with her stomach and gradually moving up to her chest and armpits. Finally, I hover a finger over her snoot. A mischievous grin spreads over my lips. Oop, the snoot. And on, don't you dare. I let out a giggle as I poke her snoot. Oop. Oop the snoot. That seems to do it. And Lucy pulls me closer to her, wrapping me in a tight and warm hug. I returned the embrace, tempted to resume my tickling assault, but far too comfortable in my petro GS embrace to care about anything else in the world. Also, our laughter died down. It comes to my mind that this might be the last time I get to do like this. I'm going to the army tomorrow. I'm going to get shipped off to Raptor Jesus knows where, and that's a good chance I might not come back. Alright. We're going normal, Ghost. It brings my situation to a somber light. I double my embrace on Lucy, the more primal part of my mind unwilling to let go of her. Goddamn, bro. I raise her up and press my head against her chest. Her heartbeat greets me. It is soft, yet hastened, like it's trying to desperately come off as calm and relaxed when it knows what terrible future awaits. Her heartbeat. I may never meet again. I may never hear again, my bud. It almost breaks my own heart. I can feel Lucy's hands trace along my shoulders and across my neck to cup my face. Her angelic hands, ever so gently, guide me to look into her eyes. She has a smile with a hint of mischief, so I realize where this is going. Her fingers lay on my nose. Ooh. All in all, it wasn't a bad night. I woke up absolutely spent. Oh my god, do I have to fucking browse her? One second. I have to look this word up. It's a fucking dish? Huh. Lucy's already awake, and she bathed before me. Now she's rummaging through my fridge for whatever food we have left. Rather than waste time asking the obvious, I decide to hit the shower. As the water strips away last night's scents off me, I get to thinking how Lucy must be feeling right now. Imagine what tomorrow will be like. Just for me. Not just for me, but also for me. I'm starting to start to have another big change just along the way. Third or fourth one this year. From the non-binary thing, to the band, to the betrayal, and finally to happen. And finally to having it before. Only to have him go so abruptly. I'm surprised he hasn't gone insane after all 2 years. I open the bathroom door and see Lucy sitting on my bed, staring blankly at her phone and swiping across messages. What up? Acer said he'll be here in about an hour. Knowing him, it'll probably take 40 minutes. $10, he leaves another set of skid marks on the road outside. I sit next to her on the bed. What are you checking? Old messages and photos. You know, it's weird. Not enough pictures of you in here. We'll almost fix that. Do you really have to go? I can't help but let out a heavy sigh of my own. Today, I'll get on a bus and it'll be a Michael Tarpit movie. What? Today I'll go on a bus and it'll be a Michael Tarpit movie for a few years. I honestly never thought these last few months were going to end. There's a heavy silence between me and Lucy for a few seconds. It still feels wrong to me, you know? That I'm still too new as boyfriend stuff. That I'll never get to hang on. I get the hang of it. That if only I had a few more months of practice, maybe I could get better at it. Lucy lets out a short snort. I mean, you're not that bad most of the time anyway. I let out a single bitter chuckle. I must have been the single most boring guy you've ever dated. Lucy lightly punched me on the shoulder. That's bullshit, you know. If anything, I'm the boring one. What? Lucy deflates as she grabs onto her right arm. I mean, take away my spikes, wristband, and stompers, and what do you have? The wonderful role that single-handedly changed my life? Huh? I was thinking. God damn you, mumble. I never thought about that. I suppose you're trying hard at being tough. That being tough was enduring to me. At least when you weren't physically assaulting me. There's something else, though. I knew when we were talking on the rooftop. I wish I knew what that was. Lucy cringed, her hands moving to cover her face. Motions weird across her face as she tried to form coherent words. I can't stop wondering what you saw in me back then. And all this time we've been hanging out, I still can't comprehend why you stuck around us, me. I consider for a moment, and a memory smashes its way to the forefront of my thoughts. Glancing at her for a moment, the expression of her face sort of reminds me of something. There's probably just some leftover embarrassment from the concert, but she seemed to have lost look. She seems to have a lost look on her face. Or maybe it was confusion. Maybe mix of the two. Either way, there's something on your mind. I can't help but think that must be how I looked on my first day. I think I felt like you. Lucy stares at me, pleading with those beautiful citrine eyes of her. longest time, I didn't know who I really was or what I wanted to be. I tightened my grip on Lucy's hand and stared deep into her eyes. Lucy, whatever you want to do. Lucy, in response, glances away in what almost feels like shame. Almost instantly, I realized why. It was your idea. The two of us wanted so badly to avoid the subject, and yet here I was, dredging it up, twisting the metaphorical knife deeper into the wound. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring her up. Please don't think of Trish that way. She's not at fault. I'm just a fucking idiot. Lucy. I just figured that I have to walk on eggshells around certain topics. Lucy puffs her cheeks and jabs me in the ribs. Ow. Lucy crosses her arms and lets out a single scoff. Like I have to be careful when I catch you muttering, watching the newest season of Underage Panty Shot Quest and watching war flashbacks bits through and having war flashbacks bits through a night. What? I'm going to read this through again and slowly. Alright. So let's read this slowly. Like I have to be careful when I catch you muttering, watching the newest season of Underage Panty Shot Quest and having war flashbacks fit through the night. I'm confused by the second part. But that I mean the war flashback part. But the newest season, that just sounds like normal anime shit. Just point to me. Oh, Anon, what's wrong? Please stop crying because you remembered the projector incident. War flashbacks. I won't go to war for at least a month after I pass boot camp. Assuming I pass it, that is. Lucy raises an eyebrow. Rock bottom. War. Vietnam. You know what I'm saying. I moved on, okay? Just like how you moved on from that non-binary liberal Trish militarism. I'll drink to that, brother. Sometimes I just do things that make more sense when it's a webcam. Who said I did? Lucy unfolds her arms and puts her head on her hands. I sigh. I didn't work out as a tough person. I didn't work out as a big musician. And it sure as hell didn't work out as a good girlfriend. Look at us. This whole thing of making everyone's lives around me hell, testing the waters of identifying my gender, it was a complete disaster. You can't really compare the damage I did to myself to you jerking off to cartoons, okay? Madam? That hurt. But it was honest. You did good. You did good, madam. You did good. Goofy ass ghost being like, you did good, woman. Lucy's eyes widen in horror as she face palms and falls back on the bed. Fuck. I might have said too much. I already ruined our last night together with stories from when I was just a shit person. Lucy's eyes start to shimmer.
Hey, it's fun to compare. Bro, she didn't compare. She fucking said the God's honest truth, bro. I still like you, so I guess girls have it easier. I fail to understand. What the fuck do you mean? In which context are you saying this? Lucy picks herself up and gives me a narrow-eyed stare. You just like me? Her eyes droop, and so do her shoulders. I'm not certain if she's serious. But suddenly, she tosses herself into my arms. She puts her whole weight into her embrace, almost like she wants to tackle me. I try to hold us both upright, but the awkward angle and the unevenness of the bed eventually causes us both to fall back into the bed. The world really disappears when you're like this, something I'm infinitely glad for. Do you like me better the way I was before, or do you like me better for who I am now? Ooh. I'll say my next words without hesitation. You're much better now. Not cutting weeds in my eyes and kicking me in the face, but I guess you miss your old life. I must feel like a killjoy in comparison. She slides her head over my shoulder and wraps her arms up from underneath me. I don't care about that. This is much better. I don't like being forced to care about something I'm usually indifferent towards or pay attention to what someone thinks is more important than what I'm already thinking about. I just want to figure it out on my own, you know? If you're talking about me wanting us to marathon Lucky Star, then I'll stop. Lucy pulls away from our embrace just enough for me to see the red of her cheeks and tears streaking from her eyes. You fucking dork. Hey, take the badge of honor. I let out a small chuckle as I wipe away some of her tears. I just like seeing you, Rain. You'll find stuff that interests you. Just do you, Lucy. Our foreheads touch. She grabs my face with both her hands, all the while looking at me like I'm the most precious thing in her life. All I want to do is bring her closer to me. I want to keep picking apart my brain, become antiquated with every single corner of her mind, picking apart her brain, and becoming antiquated with every single corner of her mind, still realize there's always something more to her. I love you, Lucy, so very, very much. Anon, I love you so very, very much. Damn, great minds think alike, I guess. ... Naser somehow managed to defy our expectations by being late for once. But that's good, as it gives Lucy and I a chance to spend the next 10 minutes gathering the last of my belongings and trashing what I couldn't take. The apartment cleaned and cleared, I leave the keys on the kitchen counter, sparing one last look at the place I called home for the last few months. As much as it sucked, the tiny excuse of a flat had been my sanctuary. Now that I was leaving it, a part of me felt like I was losing a friend. I try not to think too much about it as Lucy and I make our way outside. Bro, where's Ray? What happened to Ray? Naser isn't here just yet, so we end up standing by the apartment lobby with nothing but our thoughts. Part of me thanked Naser for his lightness. It gave Lucy and I some more time together. Lucy's the first to speak up to break the silence between us. What am I going to do when you're gone? Lucy... That's my reaction. Lucy's words surprise me, but I'm ready with an answer this time. You'll make it, Lucy. You're the only smart person I know. Lucy gives me a deadpan look. I'm being serious here, Anon. So am I. You're capable of so much. Lucy bashfully turns her head away, appreciating the compliment. Thanks, but what about you? You barely survived the stairs. Let's not talk about the stairs. I can't help but roll my eyes at Lucy's words. Thanks for having so much faith in me. Subconsciously, I let out a sigh. I know you have plenty of fun getting back to your own life, especially since there's no semester in the fall to hold you back. The mosh pits will not be entertaining without you fumbling around awkwardly in them. I could do it without them. You, on the other hand, seem eager to go back to that. What do you mean? Back to the mosh pits. Mean strange people. Having fun. You'd be going for that solo career I know you can achieve. ... A sombering thought races to the forefront of my mind. We might not see each other again. The possibility that I don't want to hold you back or make you waste life waiting for me. Lucy got better, and so should I too. But never forget, Lucy. Never do it. ... Lucy stirs. How does that work in this context? So I gotta play my 4-hour for Twitch. Alright. I can stop watching Stream's been achieved. Lucy stirs like she just got stabbed in the heart. Fuck, that hurts like hell. Not like that at all. You, I... ... She struggles to find the words, her beautiful face marred by her wearing emotions. Lucy, it's okay. Take her hand gently in mine, which seems to settle her thoughts at last. At last, Lucy lets out a soft sigh. When I laid on you all that bunch of bullshit, and I opened up to you from the roof, my baggage, you thought the worst of me, didn't you? All the questions and weird shit I must have done back then that resulted in me. I thought I could be the better man, not judge you. That was still you, though, that I came to care for. ... It's all in the past, then. Painful tone in her voice makes her heart ache. Makes my heart ache. Lucy, you're still you. She looks really conflicted on the inside, like she's holding back something. Anna, please just know it doesn't matter now, alright? I hate what I did so much. I'm willing to pretend absolutely none of that happened. Her voice cuts out as she chews on her bottom lip. She's afraid her memories will be painful, but for me, that whole discovery in myself quest that led me into talking and hanging around people like Trish. Her voice is a hiss, as if she's spitting venom with those words. The gender pronoun shit. No wonder high school sucked. No one would ever come near me and stick around to see where it went. I was so shitty to everyone that didn't get it. And the people that begged me to be like them, they didn't care about me either. She growls, tears threaten to fall from her eyes. It was always a competition to see who had the worst baggage, and I always lost, because I never had it that bad. And I insisted so much on this thing. Lucy finally lets out a sob. And I never wanted to dump all my baggage on you. I mean, you did it anyways. And you can change what happened to the past. It wasn't right. I draw her closer, my hand rubbing the space between her wings smoothly. Lucy, it's okay. You can let it all out. Lucy buries her face into my shirt and takes a deep breath. The thing I used to be, I never realized. It was so humiliating. Naser might have known he suffered so much because of it. I think my parents also knew, too, and I made them suffer so much for no real reason. ... Fuck. I was so blind to what I was doing to everyone around me for so long, and to think I was so convinced that being that thing would make me happy. But it was never meant to be. I really was just an ungrateful bitch. Lucy's hand squeezes mine as tight as she can muster, causing some discomfort. At last she leans her head back, offering me a watery smile. I accept it though, she needs this. I look deeply into Lucy's citrine eyes, returning the most comforting smile back. Before I can do anything else with my girlfriend, I hear the sound of tires screeching and the roar of an engine. A familiar gray-toned car pulls up right next to us, stopping so abruptly that it leaves a set of skid marks. Lucy reaches into her pocket and pulls out a $10 bill. I motioned for her to keep it. Something told me that where I was going, I wouldn't be needing money. As soon as the car comes to a complete start, its driver disembarks, all the while munching on the remains of a detached, delectable-looking hot dog. What? Sorry I'm late, guys. Decided to stop by Tracy's hot dog cart to get something to eat, which took a bit longer than usual. Naser chomps on the last of her meal and licks his finger clean with a satisfied smile. Anyway, you two ready to go, or do you guys need a few more minutes? I look at the town on my phone. Much as I wanted time to stand still, the bus departing to boot camp would be leaving in less than an hour. I give Fang one last look. She in turn looks at me. We both know what happens next, what needs to happen next. Doesn't make it any less painful. But without another word, we soon get in the back of the NASCAR. Naser, without a moment of hesitation, floors the gas pedal, and he flies off down Skid Row's small streets. Part of me bids my old neighborhood, shitty as it was, a final farewell. Drive towards the pickup spot is quiet. Not one of the three of us wants to say a word. 50 minutes of silent driving, and we arrive at my designated pickup location. The three of us get out of the NASCAR and stand around the bus stop waiting for the inevitable. Lucy mentioned needing to do something heading into the office. But she don't do it. The silence between Naser and I is deafening. Naser certainly clears his throat. Listen, and on. Yeah? You're gonna be gone for a while. Yeah? Yeah. So, riflemen or infantry? Riflemen or infantry, or whatever it's called. Huh? What are they going to make? What are they going to make you do? Something like digging ditches, not to come off his rear or anything. I saw him shake my head. At least he was starting to catch his poor words now. I mean, yeah, you're doing that too. But they had me do ass. I don't know what that means. They want me to do some mechanical stuff. I think the code thing was 12K, 19K, something like that. They were pushing me into being a tank. Can you even drive, dude? Anyway, I decided something more up my alley. It's kind of like shitposting, but more official, I think. You're not gonna tell us what it is. What's shitposting? Never mind. The number thing is 46R. Naser nods his fat head and looks off. Before the silence could set in, Naser speaks up, his voice carrying a tone of relief. I'd been meaning to say for a while. Thanks, Anon. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing for a while. If you didn't take the hit, and get us together at Lowe's, I'd still be feeling sorry for myself, like some loser. Honestly, I'd still be that scared little kid stressing over being something I didn't need to be. I didn't do much at all. It was Mo and Rosa, really. It was you and Lucy that patched things up, and I'm glad you guys made amends. Daisy gives me a surprised look with smiles and nods. We hear the unmistakable roar of a city bus overpowering the other cars as it turns onto the street. It's still a few lights away, so Naser gets back in the driver's seat to leave Lucy and I alone. Well, Lucy had come back at some point. I was kind of happy she kept quiet to give me and Naser our moment. All this time, we avoided saying goodbye to each other, but eventually it has to happen. Lucy, Anna, a horrifying, tugging pain hits me in the chest. You'll be fine while I'm gone, right? Yeah. I see you have no idea what's going to happen for me. I reprehend any thought that something bad might happen, but still, can you promise me that if I do see you again, that you'll be a better person? Us both. Better persons? That would be That's the correct way. Okay. I'll be a better person. But you have to promise me something too. That you'll come back. I muttered. Okay. She mutters too. Okay. We're good. It's settled. What an amazing goodbye. Sag. We hugged once again, but she put some more serious muscle into it. I reciprocate. I want to feel the imprint of this embrace for hours. Her heart's racing, stronger. The bus driver grows impatient and starts honking. The time has come. Sure enough, I was still feeling Lucy's hug, happy to say we were separate. Naser rolls down the window of the car. Good luck, man. Same man. I get on the bus. I gripped his hand, he squeezed mine in return, and then recoiled. My grip was stronger than he was anticipating. Goddamn. Yo, kiss? Man, bro. I got inside and waved back at them. I gave the driver my regards and laid back, looking at my feet. Big Sag Petrosaur. I must have thought about a lot of things then, like if I jumped out the window and ran to her, or if I would die and never see her again. Like in that Green Snoot music. Green Snoot. Is that supposed to be Green Day? Green Snoot music video. I looked back to see if I could still get a glimpse of her. My eyes frantically searched for this small figure, and there she was. I caught her in mid-motion, crying in Naser's shoulder. And then the bus rounds the corner, and they're gone. Vanished from each other's lives. I was dropped at the hotel with the other dudes. The surprisingly diverse crowd of humans and dinosaurs conversed. We waited for another bus that took us to an airport. I think I might have slept as soon as I sat on the airplane seat, because I don't remember the takeoff or the drill. I was fortunate enough to get a seat by the window. I flipped it up and saw a desert with two-lane road cutting through. I don't know where I am now, only that I'm nowhere near Lucy. Goddamn straight, bro. God, I hope I see her again. Oh shit. We're gonna cut this video here.